Hi, welcome, it's Bill here, how are you doing? You've probably seen the strange fish tank on the thumbnail and you wonder what the heck has that got to do with bonsai? Well, it's got something to do with this little chap over here, this Chinese elm. I did get 2 Chinese elms this year. I always seem to lose them to really harsh winters. But this time I'm hoping to try and rectify that by taking cuttings, because I did say that in earlier videos that the Chinese elms that I got this year, they're just going to be used for taking cuttings. And earlier on, maybe through the spring and the summer, nothing much happened to them. They weren't putting on a great deal of growth until later on. And I thought, oh, I need to start taking cuttings. But I was really busy doing other projects up my back garden up there, like building fences and building walls, moving dirt and what have you. Big projects that took a lot of my time. So the other day there, I was watching back on YouTube, just browsing through some YouTube channels and YouTube videos of bonsai related, and I come across Xavier's bonsai retreat video all about his Chinese elms and how he can, from one Chinese elm, his original Chinese elm, he's had hundreds of other cuttings and trees from that one Chinese elm. His very first one. I wish I still had my very first one. That was so long ago. And yeah, I killed it, just like he was saying, you know. And I had a couple of crackers as well over the years, but again, I just lost them to really harsh winters. So, you'll have seen me in the thumbnail with this little box, and inside it is a nice little fish tank. It's a very small fish tank. I wouldn't say you could put like anything much fish-wise in it. Maybe a couple of shrimps or something. But anyway, I come across the idea of, well, first of all, I needed to get this propagated. I needed to get cuttings taken. I read or seen that you could take cuttings for Chinese elms nearly any time of the year, really. And I thought, well, if I take cuttings now, they're unlikely to survive outside because it's a bit cold. So maybe I should put them in my wee greenhouse over there. It's flapping about. And I thought, no, it's still going to get too cold. And I thought, well, it's just going to have to put it in some kind of propagator system. And then I thought, maybe I should get a fish tank, a little fish tank. Maybe that'd be a wee. So I was looking on Gumtree to try and find a wee cheap second-hand fish tank, and then I thought, well, let's have a look at Amazon, and I found this little fella here, and it had lights in it. It's just a small desktop fish tank, they call it, but it's got lights inside it, and the lights are amazing. When you turn the lights on, you get white light. It's also got a red light and a blue light. Now, leaves are green for the simple reason that they reflect green light and absorb red and blue. So I thought, this is great, because I could actually use the lights in there as grow lights. So in this video, you can see that I'm going to take some cuttings from this Chinese elm here, put them in some rooting hormone, strip them back. Some of them I kept, they were quite long, so I just cut them in half and try to make 2 cuttings out of one cutting. And I just tried different ones. There were thinner ones, thicker ones, big long ones cut in half, etc, etc. I'm not an expert at taking cuttings, I must say. I really am not. So this is just an experiment, which I'm really looking forward to. And the fish tank sitting in the living room was really quite nice, actually. I quite like the colours. I did think of having it sitting near a window, but then you needed to control the moisture levels, and if the sun comes shining through the window, which is highly unlikely at this time of year now. This is the 1st of November, and it's quite bleak. Another weekend where it's bleak. I've had a lot of weekends it's bleak for this year. So anyway, you can see that I'm taking cuttings, and I've mixed up some soil, so I just used multi-purpose compost, something that I had handy in my tub of stuff. So I mixed some multi-purpose compost, vermiculite and perlite, rubbed it all together to try to get it all mixed well, and then half filled that fish tank with it. Took the cuttings from the Chinese elms, put them in a wee jug of water to try and keep them from drying out, which is, again, it's unlikely in this damp day, but anyway, just to be safe. And once I had the tank ready, I just got the cuttings prepped, kept a few leaves on, and some of them I maybe kept 2 leaves, some of them I maybe kept 3 and then 4 leaves, just to see how the different ones would survive. And my goal now that they're in the fish tank, is to actually just keep it misted. So the leaves are the only source of water for these little mini cuttings, little plants. The leaves, so they need to keep them misted. They've got vents in the top of the fish tank, which is great, so it's not going to be too, it's not enclosed all the time, so it's, that should stop mould, hopefully. The lights are there. I think it's got everything. I'm keeping it in a warm living room, and I'm really looking forward to the results. And of course I'll have to shoot another video with the results, but I'm really looking forward to the results. So that's my little experiment with the Chinese elm. So once again I'll say thanks, Xavier, for making me think about my Chinese elms and getting my backside in gear and getting some work done. And the thought that I had in my head from somewhere that I read somewhere about that you could do it any time of year, and I thought, right, okay, let's just get this done. So, and that was that. So listen, if you like this little video, and I'll put a link down below to this fish tank on Amazon, if you want to try it for yourself. And I'll put a link to Xavier's video as well, who inspired me to get my finger out and take cuttings off my elm. Okay, right, thanks for watching, guys, and if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, like and subscribe. I really appreciate it, and I'll see you in the next one. Thanks now, bye bye.